one. And what happened on the challenge season 41, week 7. And it starts off with everybody on the bus going back to the condo. And the rookies are at the back of the bus all strategizing to do something that's never been done before in the challenge history. And never in the finale has there been all rookies and not pros. Like season 39, it was all rookies because it was an all rookie show. But for the first time ever with pros and rookies be on the same show, there's never been a finale with just all rookies. So they're saying we can make it happen, we can do it. And the other rookies, like some of them, like Will and Izzy, agreed to this alliance, but they're also part of the UK alliance. So of course, when they get back to the condo, Will and Izzy go right to Olivia, Leroy, Theo, and the other members of the UK alliance, and say, "Hey, the rookies talking about this forming an alliance, taking out the pros one by one, work it so pro versus pro elimination, stuff like that, and all this stuff." And Olivia said, "Well, thank you for letting us know," she said, "and I'll pass the information over to my friend Derek and CT and all that because I have respect for them." And she said, "But since all members of the UK alliance here," she slams the door. She is ticked off because last weekend ended, no one in her alliance picked her to be a partner. To save her, she's going to the next challenge without a partner, which is always difficult to do. So she wants to know why no one saved her. And they all started saying, like, well, like Izzy said, I got to pick first, and I thought Theo would save you for sure, so I saved Will. And Will's like, so I couldn't save you. And I remember it's like, well, I got picked by a pro, but I had choice, but I decided to pick a pro because I thought Theo or Leroy would save you. Now, Olivia's all I'm hearing is excuses. So I'm mad at hell, she said, and when we formed this UK alliance, we said there's no I in the team. It's everybody as a collective unit. So that's done with. She says, from now on, me and Theo, we're the leaders of this UK alliance. Deal with it or get out of the alliance. And her and Theo left the other ones that are shocked. And Leroy is the only other pro in the UK alliance. All the ones are rookies. And he goes after them. He's like, look, man, you don't want to tick off these other rookies, right? These other 5 rookies. Because they can come back and bite us in the butt, and send us an elimination. And Olivia said, yeah. But she said, well, they better smarten up. Because she said, none of that's never happened in the game. So then everybody else in the condo is just relaxing, chilling, taking it easy. Some people are drinking. Some people are swimming in the pool. Other ones are playing pool or basketball. Other ones are hooking up for the night. And then the next day, they get to where the challenge is, and it's a bunch of water way up in the air. It's like this obstacle course hanging. And TJ comes out, and he says, well, as you can see, he said, here's your challenge called Obstacle Above Water. He said, there's 5 obstacle courses. As you can see, each podium is a different obstacle course. Your team, you and your partner have to complete the course. It don't matter who does what obstacle, but you all have to do all 5. And then at the very top of the obstacle course is a puzzle. Solve the puzzle, jump into the water, swim to hit the buzzer, your time stops. The 2 teams with the fastest times get first and second place. First place gets 8 points each. Second place gets 6 points each. And the one with the quickest time will not save a team from elimination this week, or however send a team into elimination. That's a shocker. Because he switches it back and forth. Some weeks, like last couple weeks, it's been you save a team from elimination. Now it's back to you send a team into elimination, saving them. So the teams are as follows. Bear with me here. Narnia and Theo, the 2 pros, they team up. CT picks Lakia. Red is pro, blue is rookie. Vanessa picked Gabe. Tobo picked Jay. D picked Justin, because that's her boyfriend in real life. Derek with blonde hair picked America. Avi picked Cedric. Ashley picked Will, but she wanted Cedric, but Avi picked her first. Leroy picked Izzy. Derek with the mohawk picked Adi. Olivia don't get a partner. Sydney picked Leo, Joanna picked Jake, and the two rookies are left, Naomi and Maikia, they team up. So, the way the obstacle course works is two teams of two go at it. Well, I think it's going good, and, like, for instance, Vanessa and Gabe, they're just, smoking this obstacle course. Until they get to the puzzle, and Vanessa struggles. And Gabe's up there, he's like, seriously. She said, what? He said, this is the third time there's been a puzzle in this challenge, and you suck at it, and you're supposed to be the queen of puzzles. So he starts solving it, and Vanessa's like, don't you dare take over this puzzle. I know what I'm doing. He's like, look, I've seen from previous past episodes, weeks, you suck at puzzles. He said, just, you know what? Jump, get in the water. I'll meet you down there. So she jumped, and he solved the puzzle after it took her a while to figure out what's going on. So he jumped in the water, and when they went to hit the buzzer to stop the time, Vanessa, on purpose, took a few minutes to hit the buzzer to pay back, for Gabe for mouthing off to her atop the obstacle course. I kind of agree with Gabe. If she's so great at puzzles, why is this the third puzzle challenge? There's a puzzle in it, and she's terrible at it. Like, she's having trouble. If you're the queen of puzzles, you should not be having issues. Sydney and her partner just went through the obstacle course like wildfire. They set the time for the fastest time to beat. CT and Akia went up, and CT struggled. He didn't struggle getting up the ladder. He struggled because of what happened last season. Last season, there was a challenge where TJ hooked them all up with a bungee cord, so many feet up above water on a log that kept spinning, so they had to keep, moving their feet to stay on the log. And if you got a trivia question wrong, here randomly hit a button and your bungee cord on hook and you'll fall in the water. Well, when CT got the question wrong, the way he landed, he injured his back. He had to have rehab for a few months. He injured his back, and they showed the replay of how he landed, and he landed bad. So he was afraid of going up to this obstacle course that's 14 feet up in the air and jumping off again in the water and possibly re-injuring his back, right? So he decides not to do the challenge. Like, Kika does all of it, but like TJ said, both of you have to complete the obstacle course, so they automatically are going right into elimination. Other people are doing it. Some people are struggling. Derek with the mohawk realizes that America is quick, but she has a thing. I guess she's afraid of heights. So sorry, a phone thing popped up there. She's afraid of heights, so he had to encourage her, to overcome her, being afraid of heights and that. And that took time away from them, because he completed 3 out of the 5 obstacle courses right quick, but then we're first struggling because of her, being scared of heights and that backfired on them. And afterwards, back at the condo, he said, hey, look, no disrespect. I get it. He said, people are scared of stuff, and you're just happy you're scared of heights. He said, but you know what? You overcome that. He said, the next challenge that involves heights, overcome it. And he promises, too, that the next challenge that involves heights, if he will actually pick her as a partner to help her overcome her fear more and to help her get better. Like, that's pretty cool, Derek. That's what I like about Derek. Like, he helps the rookies get better, but also at the same time, he's doing it to win the money and become challenge winner of that season as well. Olivia decides not to do the challenge because she said, what's the point of me doing a challenge? It's going to take me longer to do against the other team of Derek with blonde hair and Adia, she said, where they have, an extra person. So she said, you know what? TJ, send me right in elimination. I don't care. So she refused to do the challenge because she's going to save herself for elimination if it happens to be a Wednesday. So TJ stops the challenge. He says, okay, now we got two people going into elimination. The winners were Sydney and Leo. They came in first place, so they get 8 points each. Second place was Aviv and Cedric, just by a few seconds. They lost by a few seconds. So everybody went back to the condo, and CT apologized to Lakia for costing them the challenge and all that. And she kind of understands why, but at the same time, she's upset because he didn't even try to get up the ladder to help. Well, fireworks happen, folks. CT walks into the kitchen to get some food, and Tobo is there with Jeremiah and Cedric. Cedric and Jeremiah are talking about, like, hey, man, CT cost Lakia that challenge, and that's just a pro being mean to a rookie. And CT's his big money legend. We could take him on elimination tonight. You know, we'll send his ass packing, take him out. CT walks in and says, so, tell you what, boys, you think you got what it takes to beat me in the challenge, elimination tonight? If it's a man's night, just vote yourself in. And I was sitting there like, oh, I didn't get voted in the face yet. Just vote yourself in. Just, you know, if you got the guts, you feel that confident that you can beat me, I'll see you tonight in the elimination. I'll call right now and get a hold of TJ and say, hey, it's going to be our man's night. Don't worry about a coin flip. It's going to be me against Jeremiah or Cedric here. Well, they backed off because he walked into the conversation. And CT's also heated because Tobo, who's supposed to be a good friend of his, is sitting there letting these two guys badmouth CT and calling him names and stuff and that, and he's not sticking up for his friend. So CT starts to say, some kind of friend you are, and Tobo's like, hey man, look, they're just blowing off steam, man. They didn't mean what they said. You see, you know I got your back, man. You know I got your back. And Jeremiah's like, that's not what I heard. I heard that you actually agreed that CT shouldn't be here because he's getting old. And Tobo then got offensive because Jeremiah apparently said something that Tobo said. And CT says, is that true? And Tobo says, that's not true. He's just saying that. So Tobo stands beside CT and says, well, how about you two and us right now in elimination tonight? And the guy's like, hey, man, whoa, no, we're backing off, you know. And then Tobo's like, so much of this rookie alliance. And then Cedric's like, afterwards, like, how does he know about the rookie alliance, right? Because no one else should know about that. So he calls the other rookies on to outside the condo in the area. And they all sit in the grass and like somebody's spilling beans, you know, about this rookie alliance. And Leo said, I think it's Izzy and Will. And Izzy Will's, why do you think it's us? Because you're a part of the UK alliance. And they're like, well, we swear we never said anything about the rookie alliance, but we all know from the start of the show they did spill the beans about the rookie alliance forming to take out the pros. Then Tobro, like by himself on camera, says CT is a legend in the challenge. I'm a legend in the challenge too. He said, I want it to be us in an elimination. He said, because CT's like king of the jungle. And I want to be the new king. He said, but I want to beat him fairly, right? And all that. So Tobo's got a hidden agenda. He wants to beat CT in elimination this year on the challenge and beat him. Because the previous challenges, every time he's faced CT elimination, CT is dominating him. He's dominating Bananas, Devlin, people like that, Leroy. So he wants to get payback and fight, beat CT in elimination. He said, I don't want one going to finale against him. And he said, I will help him get to the finale, but hopefully it's a finale where it's like, I face you, if I beat you, I advance in the finale, you're gone, and I fight someone else in the elimination. I don't want to be like 4 guys, 4 with them, and it's 2 teams of 2 or something like that, and I'm competing against them. Like, Tobo's like, I want to compete against them and take them out one by myself, not with help. So, elimination time comes. TJ shows up. And he says, okay, we know CT and Lakia is going right into elimination because they did not complete the challenge. Olivia decided to not even try the challenge, so she's going elimination. So he says, so, Sydney and Leo, who are you picking to go elimination? And Sydney and Leo said, well, we are picking Vanessa and Gabe. And TJ's okay. So he flips the coin. And it's Widham's night. So Widham's going home tonight. And Widham is. So you got Olivia, you got Vanessa, and you got Lakia. And TJ said, now, he said, here's the tricky part. Since it's a Winham's elimination, only 2 women can compete. So he said, we're going to have a vote. Everybody on the other, everybody else is going to vote on the 2 Winham. They want to go into elimination. So Lakia, they all vote first, and they vote between Lakia and Vanessa, and Lakia gets the most votes, like 10 out of how many there was. She got a lot, so she going in. So then they re-vote between Olivia and Vanessa, and it's a tie. Olivia and Vanessa got the same votes. It comes down to Leroy, the pro. He's a 4-time winner and a 5-time runner-up, and he's a part of the UK Alliance. But he actually saves Vanessa. And Olivia is like, what the hell, right? Like, what are you doing? We're part of the UK Alliance, and you're sending me into elimination. And Leroy said, no disrespect. Me and Vanessa, we became friends on this challenge. We've been on 26 seasons. We've been together on the same challenge, the same season. We always help each other out. Outside the show, we're good friends. We're like brother and sister. Do you honestly think I'm going to send her into elimination? He said, no disrespect. He said, you can beat Lakia. I know you can do it. So get in there, beat her, come back. UK Alliance still have 8 people. So it's Olivia versus Lakia in elimination. And it's called Out of Time. There's this 2 giant, huge conveyor belts going upwards, like on a slant. And the conveyor things are spinning. So Olivia and Lakia have to run up, hit a buzzer, run back down, hit a second buzzer, and do that for 5 minutes straight. When 5 minutes time is up, the one that hit the buzzer the most stays, and the other one leaves. Lakia starts for the first 3 minutes just running up that conveyor belt, running back down, and she's hit that buzzer like 8 times. And CT's yelling at her like, hey, pace yourself. You're going to gas yourself out. And Nanya's yelling the same thing because they're trying to help the rookies, right? Like they always do. And Leroy's like, yeah, you're going to gas yourself out. And Olivia is just taking her sweet looking time. Because Olivia's pacing herself for this 5 minutes. While Lakia's just going like a bat out of hell. So when the 4th minute mark hit, she was gassed. She had nothing left in the tank. She was struggling to get up the conveyor belts. So Olivia tied it up, and Olivia ended up winning it 10-8 and sent Lakia home. So the rookie Lakia is the next person gone on the challenge season 41. This season, Olivia's back, and she hugged her, shook her hand. She said, you did good, but Lakia should listen to what CT, Narnia, Leroy, and other people yelling, like, pace yourself. Like, you were going so fast, trying to get a good point start ahead, and you were out of breath for the last 2 minutes, out of breath for the last minute, and you couldn't even do it. Like, she couldn't even get up the conveyor belt. She had to crawl. So Olivia just, went up, hit the buzzer 2 more times, and won. It shows next week, their team selection now is not pros and rookies. It could be pro, rookie. They're switching it up. And Nanya decides she wants to hook up with someone for the night. And she tells Avi who it is. And her jaw drops. Because Nanya and her wife broke up last year. They've been married for so many years. They separated. She won't say what caused her and her wife to separate. All I know is last season, they were both on the show, but her wife got sent home earlier, so she stayed longer. And when she got home, she found out something her wife did behind her back, which caused a divorce. I don't know if her wife was having going out with someone else, or she did something behind her back. Apparently that ticked off Nanya, so she got a divorce. So I'd love to know what she did. Maybe at the reunion show, she'll find the dirty laundry of why her and her wife broke up and that. And also shows the challenge has got to do something with go-karts. And it shows one person hit one, because they're all wearing helmets, so I don't know who it is. But it shows somebody hits Tolbo, because afterwards he's cursing that this person purposely hit him off the course to get into elimination possibly. And he's not happy and he's throwing a fit because that's Tolbo for you. So I'd like to know who actually knocked Tolbo in this go-kart challenge next week off the course. Is it on purpose? Is it accidentally? It's Tolbo, right? Because he's probably going to take it as personal, even though it was that by accident. There you have it, folks. I'm happy Olivia stayed because I'm a big fan of her throughout the challenge history. She's been on it since season 38. And she's actually getting better as each season goes by. And I'd love to see CT and Tolbo go at it one-on-one elimination. Because that would be a show. That would be like, they should just have that be like 1 hour and a half or just like elimination. Just those two. Have like a big, huge, long, hour and a half long elimination between those guys. There you have, folks. Stay safe, everybody. Too sweet. Bye.